Good morning everyone. My name is Ario Hamonangan and I will explain about series of flip-flop like. In the sections of analysis, we will talk about our protest project about series of flip-flop like. In this project, we made a flip-flop like circuits using resistors, capacitors, LED lights, and transistors. And in this circuit, we need 4 resistors, 2 capacitors, and 2 LED lights, and 2 transistors. In the resistor R1, we need 10k ohm, and in the resistor R2, we need 100 ohm, and the RT the same 100 ohm, and R4 is 10k. And on the capacitor C1, we need 100 microfarads, and the C2 we need 100 microfarads. And for the transistor Q1 and Q2, we use BC547. So a transistor BC457 are negative, positive, negative, or NPNs. The transistors that are used for various purposes, together with other electronic components such as resistors, coils, capacitors, and it can be used as an active components for switch and amplifiers. And the LEDs are red and yellow. And what is flip-flop? So flip-flop is a series of electric currents that work based on electric current from a variety of simple gates of electric currents that are interconnected. So the flip-flops are commonly used as digital data processing applied to electronic device. A flip-flop is an electronic circuit that has 2 stable currents and can be used to store informations. And the circuits can be made to change the currents with a signal mounted on one or more control inputs and will have 1 or 2 outputs. And for the flip-flops and hooks are important structures in digital electronic systems used in computers, communications, and other types of systems. And for the next explanation will be explained by my friend X. Thank you for listening.
Hello everyone, my name is Ricardo Basana, and now I'm gonna tell you about the differences between closed circuit and open circuit. Basically, if we want to run a circuit and we want to run it very well, we have to make a closed circuit. Closed circuit means that the path from the power supply to the object is smoothly flowing without any trouble. As you can see in here, there is no trouble in the path of the current flow, but it different with the open circuit. Open circuit happen because there is something accidentally break the path flow, so the electric current can flow smoothly from the power supply to the object. It makes the object cannot run properly. And then I'm gonna show you about our project, about the voltmeter and the ampere meter. As we know, voltmeter is a device that we use to calculating the volt, and the ampere meter we use to calculating the electric current in the circuit. As you can see, this is a flip-flop circuit. This is when we run the circuit. the first of all, the light is gonna change from red to the yellow, and in the circuit we use 5 volt power supply from above, and then in the first resistor the voltage is wait, before that I'm gonna pause this circuit first. As you can see, the resistor one, the voltage is 1.69, 1.96, sorry. It happened because the electric current is not go from the resistor one. As we can see in the amperemeter, the electric current is 0.20 milliampere. Where the current flow, where the current electric current go, it's through the resistor 2, because as we can see the milliampere number is 20.0. It makes the red light is on. As we can see, the ampere number in the light red is 20.5 milliampere. It means the current electric is go through the red light. And also the opposite is when the yellow light is turned on. As we can see, the electric current in the yellow light is so big. As we can see, the number is 20.6. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you very much.
I'm in here want to explaining about this flip-flop circuit can works. But before I beginning the presentation, I want to introduce myself first. My name is Sadam Hizbullah. Okay, let's run the simulation. Okay, pause in here. Okay, make this scenario as the first hour case. Okay, let's copy this one into the MS Pen so I can explain it. Okay, as we can see in here, the main actor about this flip-flop circuit is about the transistor. Transistor have their job about storing the energy before they're transmitting the electron to this cable. Okay, let's continue. Let's put the brush in here. Okay, as we can see in the screen, the first lamp is bright up. Okay, this one, the first one is the first capacitor have the full energy and the second capacitor have the empty energy. So what does it mean? It means if the capacitor have the empty energy, they can transmitting the electron. So we already know that what is the open circuit and the closed circuit. If this capacitor have empty capacity, it will make this cable or this line will into open circuit, and if the capacitor have the full amount or full the energy, they can transmitting the electron, and of course this line is a closed circuit. Okay, let's begin again. This one, because they have empty uh, energy, this cable who works flow like in here. It's usually takes this one line to recharging this second capacitor, and this line who works for who flow in this capacitor, because they have enough energy, so this line can turn into closed circuit and can flow into right here, yes, like this. Okay, the second line is flow like this. Okay, this is the first case, or if the red lamp. And how about the yellow lamp? Basically, it has the same method like this, but I will explain it again. Let's run it again. Okay, this one yellow, I will capture it again. Okay, like this, I will put this one into. Okay, this one, you can see in here that the second capacitor is lights up, and the first capacitor lights off, because they don't have the energy to transmitting, and it needed time to recharging their own battery again. Okay, make the flow again. This one take looks like here, and this one stay in here for what? For recharging their battery again. So this line will turn into open circuit, and in here, because like this one have the enough amount to transmitting their electron, they can turn into the closed circuit, so they can flow the electricity into this transistor, and makes the second lamp can bright up. That's how the basically this is how it works. It has same function like before. This one like this. Okay. After you know how this flip-flop circuit can work, I want to explaining you uh, how to make the each lamp can breaks up more longer than before. Let's stop this one. Okay. Uh, because the capacitor have the same function like the battery, they need energy to storing up their storage, and of course they need the time to for recharging it again. Okay, let's say put the capacitance in here into 1000 farad, sorry, 1000 farad. Okay, like this, and I will put this amount into this same, so we can compare each other. Okay, let's run it. Okay, uh, as you can see in here, the yellow lamp is more longer than the red lamp. Why? Because basically it's just like this. This capacitor, this the first capacitor need to recharging their battery is more longer than the second capacitor. So when the time the capacitor, when the second capacitor is already filled with the full battery, they can transmit, they can make this one, they make this line into the closed circuit. So this one can rise up. Then why this line can turns on, or the first lamp can turns on? Because we can see in here the 1100 is it has a different amount. Okay, just like that about our explanation. Thank you very much for your